Their meeting was as chance as a ray of sunshine from behind a cloud. Michael, an architect with his feet firmly on the ground, and Ella, a children's book illustrator who lived in a world of watercolour fantasies. He built worlds of concrete and glass, she of paint and dreams. They came together like two missing pieces of a puzzle. Their love blossomed quickly and brightly. Mornings spent together with coffee, laughter filling every corner of her bright apartment, plans for the future, a trip to Iceland, maybe a dog, maybe an exhibition of her work. Michael would say, probably, and Ella would correct him with a smile, definitely. But a shadow settled in her eyes when he wasn't looking. The diagnosis sounded like a death sentence just months before she met Michael. A rare, inexorable disease. Doctors shrugged, talking in years, not decades. Ella decided to take everything she could from life and met him. At first, she thought it would be a fleeting affair, but Michael had truly fallen in love, and her fear grew along with their feelings. Telling him would mean making him a hostage to my illness. He'll start to pity me, looking at me like a crystal vase. He deserves a whole life, not hospital corridors, Ella convinced herself. She hid her medications, pretended to be tired after a long day when she felt weak, and attributed her pallor to working at her easel. But love is a shrewd detective. Michael began to notice small things, how her hand sometimes involuntarily trembled, how she recoiled from the glass of wine he offered her because it didn't mix well with her pills. How strange medical terms, written in a nervous hand, had crept into her sketchbook between the fairies and dragons. The turning point came one autumn evening. Ella fell in her studio, knocking over her easel. The colours spilled across the floor in a bright, sickly rainbow. When Michael, hearing the noise, ran into the room, he found her sitting on the floor, trembling and white as a sheet, but stubbornly repeating, "I'm fine, I just tripped." He knelt before her, took her icy hands in his, and quietly, but so that every word struck him in the heart, said, "Ella, stop. Stop protecting me from yourself. I love you, not your health, not your future, but you. And if something happens to you, it happens to me too. Let me be with you, all of you." Tears glistened in her eyes, the ones she had kept from her for so long. The wall crumbled. She told him everything. About the diagnosis, about the fear, about the unbearable pain of losing him and the pain of having deceived him. And then a miracle happened, not a medical one, a human one. Michael didn't take pity. He didn't break. He hugged her so tightly as if he could transfer all his life force to her. "Thank you for telling me," he whispered. "We're a team now." Love didn't conquer illness, but it conquered fear, loneliness, and lies. Michael became her most faithful knight. He researched the illness, attended treatments, transformed the hospital room into their little world, with her drawings on the wall and their shared music in headphones. They managed to travel to Iceland, not as they dreamed, but they saw the northern lights holding hands. The exhibition of her work took place. Michael organised it. They didn't say goodbye. They said thank you for every day they lived together. Ella left quietly, at dawn, listening to his heartbeat. And he, holding her hand, knew she was no longer afraid. Their love took that fear away and gave her peace in its place. It didn't conquer death, but it completely conquered life, filling every fleeting moment with endless strength and light, because they loved until their last breath, and even after.